time, so I'm just gonna have to test first of all if I'm still good at going live or not. I'm honestly doubting my skills. Um, the good thing is that the reason why I want to go live is that I read a really good book, and The Cold Start by Andrew Chen. I have some music in the background if you can hear it. It's got no copyright. Maybe I have a feeling that this microphone is killing everything. But it's okay. So let's actually, I'm gonna lower the music in the background because this is pretty important. Actually, it's been one of my favorite books in a while. So that's really good. Maybe I'll add the link to the book right now, just so you have it. The cold start problem. I mean, you'll find it very easily. Oh wow! First thing you find is PDF. So much piracy out there. Um, Sorry, I still have cough. So it came out on December 7th. Actually, curious to see, does the comment go already on LinkedIn or no? Actually, I think, yeah, on LinkedIn, not yet. They still didn't add comments on LinkedIn. So actually, I'll do it from here. Oh, actually, no. Well, LinkedIn guys, you're smart enough to go get it. So, okay, luckily I took a bunch of notes already, actually put them on a Trello. And I want to do like a little kind of slide deck and just try to summarize for you live kind of what were my main learnings from the book, and hopefully this is going to be useful for you. I'm actually doing it for myself first, but I think it could be useful for a bunch of other people. So there you go. I really like kind of when, of course, I'm able to bring some real life examples. Actually, well, not me. I meant when the book actually can bring some real life examples. That's my favorite. And those are really the ones that I took notes of. Right, some growth concepts that could actually be applied to our SaaS, and so really that's what I'm gonna focus on. Um, So yeah, this is how I typically do the slides. I typically like to expand it. Sorry, this is like my little like getting started. Um, okay, I actually do wanna give a shout out to our sponsor, and definitely gonna share them on ShareDoc View. Um, Actually, I'm starting to become really old, and I think I'm so kind of so not used to this, not good at this anymore. I'm like so stressed about it. I've actually had this cough for a while. Like I did the COVID test, everything is okay. So change team. What I'm trying to change is the master slide. This is really embarrassing. There you go. This is what I wanted to do. I just wanted to give a little shout out to ShareDoc all the time, since that's our sponsor for the day and for all the lives. And a big shout out to our now hundreds of customers that are really helping us improve, and of course to the team that's been doing a fantastic job. This year was massive, really, in terms of product improvements, and yeah. So let's go for it. So first thing first. Okay, actually, I finally found a way that I can check on the chat in case something happens. I doubt it's Christmas time. Nobody will want to watch something this boring, but maybe you might want to watch it later. So, okay, let's start to share some of the learnings here. First company that they were kind of talking, that Andrew was talking about was Dropbox, and how they found, Dropbox most important users installed app on multiple devices. And this is something that I think it could actually be utilized from kind of most of the SaaS companies out there. So it's something you can pretty easily check, right? So if you see that your users if there's any way for you to check that they have the app installed on multiple devices, that's a really good way to figure out if they are like kind of really engaged users or not. Well, that was one. And I'll try to keep finding. I should also, maybe I should add something in here. Yeah, that I like to add that if you want to join the live, there's actually a way to jump into the restream. So if you're a friend, someone I know, and want to jump into this, let me know. I do like to add on my slide just small text and maybe a big image and maybe a little bit of side text. Actually, now even more, I'm gonna improve this even more. Something like this. It's gonna be basically the template that I'm gonna use. Okay. And yeah, I'll just add an image on multiple devices. So of course, if your users have your app, your SaaS installed on multiple devices, well, that says that they're really into it. And I'm just going to use the kind of first image. It just says a lot about their plus. This is separate. I would do it separate. Dropbox. Most important users shared and collaborated with other users on folders, and probably caught this too because obviously working on shared doc view, which is a way to share your documents via links in order to get email leads and analytics. We actually have introduced folders recently. We still don't have a way to share folders, but of course, sharing and collaborating on folders, it's definitely something that's on our roadmap that I'm actually probably going to bring it up even higher. And yeah, because it's just that, kind of, I would add here that team collaboration brings whole experience and the depth in intensity, importance, etc., to a higher level, right? That's what I would say. Okay. And now I need some music because I'm getting bored. So it's like music without copyright. If you don't even hear, maybe I can put. Okay, this is a good image for share folder. Wow, that's a terrible image. Okay, then maybe I'm gonna put some. Is it too boring if I put some Chopinian? Which you're not. I don't think you can hear the music at all. Let's see if I. This is Android. Next. I don't remember where he said this, but I already wrote this on a hit the most connected people to create network effects. For instance, in our case, LinkedIn influencers that post PDFs. I forget in which case he was kind of talking about this in which situation. But yeah, of course, if you're trying to build up network effects, you should really hit the most connected people, right? The ones that have the most connections. There was this other concept that to me was new, which was related to zeros versus magic moments. Well, so zeros versus magic moments. So zeros, if I remember right, where are the times in which a user has a bad experience. I would say UX example. Stuck somewhere, doesn't know where to go, what to click, and of course, magic moments are those incredible, maybe wow moments that the user simply loves, I would say, right? So I almost feel like it's the good image, it could be the yin and yang, right? So really like the good and bad, and of course you really got to focus on the good. I mean, I think in the yin and yang there was a little bit more, there was some importance related to the it's really like, this is really like the good and bad. I mean, I don't know if yin and yang is almost like a positive side to um yeah, this is a little bit more like this image actually. You really got to focus on those good moments, you really got to avoid those zeros. Okay. This is generally something that a lot of companies have used to have used. So you come for the tool and you stay for the network. It's definitely hard to build it. Like, I obviously kept thinking about shared view because there was a lot of comparison with Dropbox. And so it's hard to build it. It needs to be well connected. And what I meant is that I guess the what he says a lot throughout the book is that the connections between the um, people on the network must be strong. Example, a good example is Snapchat, right? Because you were sending this like images and videos that disappear to your close friends. Bad example is our Google Plus by this Vic Budondra guy who I remember made fun of Nokia and Microsoft together, and then he had like this massive failure with Google Plus. I mean, I'm sure he's a great guy, but he was too offensive while I was Nokia, calling us offended two big companies at the same time. And then this was interesting, Uber giving. Anyways, Vic, if you're listening to this, I bet you're not. Love you. I think I heard about this, but I actually kind of I didn't really see it myself. But Uber was giving free ice cream in new cities just to attract attention, and that's like a cold way to partially, I would say, solve the cold start problem. But the key learning here is to think outside the box. I think I have another half hour or so, then I gotta go. Um, what else? Oh, there were other ideas like this Uber puppies, Uber Mariachi band, Uber health flu shot, Uber lion dance. Only dice efforts. Start your year, yeah, right. Give 300, get 300. So these were sorry, other ideas from Uber, but yeah, in general, like you really gotta think outside the box, and just come out with things that will attract attention. Next, sorry, my cough is terrible. Coupons. I think he was talking about coupons, and I took some notes that there's different type of coupons, totally free coupon, just redeem it. That's it. Buy one, get one free discount coupons. Actually need to go back and look at this because we definitely want to do a lot more with coupons to really see what's happening with different marketing channels. Also, just to give some amazing discounts to some people in some markets and countries. For instance, we're really planning to go big and be very generous in countries like Africa. We actually just enrolled one influencer. Shout out to Linda. Hoping to talk to you soon. Again, she's got about 50,000 followers. She's in Kenya, and my plan is to really give her an incredible coupon for her community. Bank of America sending 60,000 cards at once in Fresno, plus getting 300 small merchants on board. This was like, getting the credit card now, right? And it was not easy. I'm sure it was not easy, but you couldn't just start with one or two or three. This is like more of a dual-sided marketplace, if not more. So you really had to, it's like a complex kind of marketplace. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology here. So there was no other way to get around this. BOA had to go big. Yeah, just think what Uber has done as well. Okay, next note I made this notes on Trello just because, like, I've actually, full disclosure, I've been reading this mostly in my bathtub. I'm just in the water reading this on a Kindle. There's a bamboo thing. That sounds crazy, but these days we're trying to do all we can to stay alive. Okay, that was this partner with large companies. Of course, we all know Microsoft and IBM with MS-DOS. I'm sure I can find a cool image around this. Not easy, especially for a small company. Bill Gates was incredible in terms of being able to pull this off. Okay, I found a really cool one. This is cool. This is a cool image. I mean, I think I've seen this. I don't know. Like, I remember seeing something like this. Actually, kind of want to go back to sell software like this. This is actually something we might do. Kind of when I see some software being sold on Amazon, I kind of want to sell our software there as well. Flintstoning, this is cool. I mean, this is definitely gonna get a cool image. And yeah, I'm gonna add two thoughts from two SaaS I'm involved in. Of course, ShareDog first, but Calendbook second. Calendbook.com is a way to get your calendar booked. Of course, I think most of you know companies like Calendly. We see that Calendly is really expensive for a lot of markets, and I always see there's a lot of extra steps, so we're trying to remove those. What Flintstoning is, I'm sure, let me find a really cool image here, is the following. Yeah, that's it. You remember Fred, right, with his car? I mean, he didn't really have an engine, right? He was using his legs. Same thing here. Reddit founders were adding posts and comments by scraping news. Flexport using combo of pen and paper. Food delivery apps just getting food from restaurants without having made deals with them. For Sherlock View, we are kind of doing this by gathering a lot of content right now, and that's definitely like really key. And for Calendbook, we're actually one thing we're discussing is to allow to see people that you can book, right? Create like a directory of people, so to kind of like warm up the network, right? One thing that really made me is that commenting and likes is what keeps people going in a network, right? So I think this is both apply potentially something we can apply to us as well, to our SaaS as well. You have to be careful. You have to do it in the right way. You have to know where to put it. It's easier for me to see it on Sherlock View. It's not so easy for me to see on Calendbook right now. Maybe in terms of some reviews or some liking the profiles and some leaderboard or something. But yeah, it's definitely like two actions that get people back. Reactivation of users can be massive. For example, Uber had millions of users failing to reactivate passwords. How could they make it easier? For sure. These are like, I would say this is part of the like kind of UX improvement. You have to basically see like where can the user get stuck, right? And how can I unstuck this? How can I remove the obstacle, right? So I mean, I would definitely see like it's the whole funnel, top down, left and right, like where the whole UX flow as well, right? Not just the funnel. Like funnel, it's almost like easier, but like read all the screens, all the UX flow, and streamline. I would say learning is to streamline funnel and UX flow. Like screen by screen, also. So actually, one use something like Miro or Figma and put all your screens there, and see where can the user get stuck, and really try to unstuck them. Anytime you can get stuck, avoid that. YouTube embeddable player, we actually know this from both Share of View and Calendbook, and this we notice because on our public roadmaps, they're like some of the most requested features. We're actually soon going to have it on Calendbook, and I'm definitely going to do my best so that we can invest as much as we can on the product to get a feature like this on Shared View, because I mean it just increases the growth big time. Okay. LinkedIn contacts invites. I mean, every time I read a book about growth, it's always there. I guess you guys know what it is. It's the kind of now I found the one. Yeah, this is it. So it asks you to like connect your phone book and invite people. I mean, this is like so many books I've read. It's always cited as one of the top examples for growth, basically. Can never miss this. Still, it's not easy to get it done. Actually, I think there's a few things around this. I really want to add it to the roadmap, kind of just to have it. But it's also true that like you need to have a use case, right? I think one of the use cases could be, of course, the kind of the affiliate model could be one, right? If you're sharing revenue, invite contacts. Let me see if you're yeah, this is one way. But unless you have already all the network dynamics, people might be like, okay, why should I invite all my network contacts? So I had one really good idea for Calendbook. It didn't reply with the developers. Let's see if I'm able to convince them at some point. Um, yeah, this is the only way I can maybe make it happen with Cherokee. Sorry about that, actually. I think, yeah, the thing is like hard. You are to find the use case or the reason why users would give you their phone book, right? App has gotta be social or help your users in a way. Yeah, example, make money. Sorry, terrible. The other thing that for growth that Eventbrite did is that Eventbrite emailed invitations of audience to potential attendees. Why would you go on Eventbrite? Actually, tried it. It never really worked that well for me. I mean, my events probably sucked, but this is one of the things that if you're good at events, I mean, you're probably gonna get that done. You probably Eventbrite wants to see that kind of you do a lot of events, and then as you grow, then they see that you have really good events, really highly rated, then they'll start sending you emails to make new people come to your events, right? And that's a big advantage, right? PayPal example, we accept PayPal logo on all eBay listing by entering eBay credentials, right? I mean, this we all know about this. Again, also if you read John Ellis' book on hacking growth, it's definitely one of the like prime examples for growth and so on. So I think we all know about this, but I think on the other side it never gets old. Found a little image, gonna add it where it's 16 concepts. I wonder where we're gonna get to. I'm actually really tired. I think I'm almost done. PayPal, give 10, get 10. Again, heard this and seen this many times. Easy to say, hard to do because you need a lot of cash. But, let's put it anyways, because I think, to be honest, the point is that once you already have some money, it might be best to give it to your own network and to your own community versus give it to, give it to Facebook, Google, or whatever. So this was really interesting. I'm wondering if I can find anything on this Prosperity Club. But this is like a mega Ponzi scheme, I guess. Um, maybe if I write dime prepares. Oh, there you go. It's actually really interesting. Yeah, I found something like exactly how it looks. Actually, interesting to see it. We're gonna look at this together. And I mean, well, it was in 1930. It would ask people to send a dime, and they would earn, $1,500, something like that, which was probably like millions. So in God we trust. I send this to these people, and this chain is starting in the hope of bringing prosperity within 3 days. Make 5 copies of this letter, living on the top. Da, 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 da. You should receive 15,000 letters with donations amounting to one. Have the video. This chin is not be broken. This is so amazing. I wonder, like, who gets the money. Like, this is. I would watch a Netflix movie around this. The old school Ponzi guy. Okay, we're almost there actually, and today's reading actually I didn't have my phone, so I didn't take many notes. They're on Goodreads, so that's gonna save us. Facebook push growth by getting user profiles indexed by Google SEO. So yeah, we all know, right? When we Google someone, like of course the interesting. This was, and of course there is a funny thing about Google Plus again. It's kind of like a joke, but it's not really the image that we want here. Um, but yeah, of course we know that. Maybe we can leave that image just for fun. Right? When you basically when you search for a friend on Google, you are very likely find their Facebook link. That's how Facebook gets free growth. Easy to say, hard to do. Definitely, in terms of both comic book and short videos, are this is something we definitely should push for. It's one of the most sustainable ways to grow. It's not easy though. Sorry, this is terrible. Facebook creating recommendations for people you should add as friends. This was really key to get the network going, right? They knew that if you added 7 friends, then it was much more likely you would stay within the network. So it was kind of like they did it in many ways, like with these people you may know and things like that. Help people connect with at least, by the way, at least 7 people to make sure they stay in the network. Okay, next. Overcrowding needs features like algorithm, feed, search, etc. So, if you start to have like, too many friends, that's probably why Facebook limited to. Nobody likes crowds too much, right? Crowds are just like a mess. You see, you don't know what's going on. So you need to make sure that the feed is smart, search is smart, so you can find who you're trying to find easily, and stuff that you like comes up. I think social media companies can still do a lot more. I have a ton of ideas, but I'm sure I'm ready to share those yet. Expanding to new geography requires localizing content, finding local partners, implementing local payment methods, actually iterating on the product content itself. So this is something I learned while I was in Nokia. The importance of localization. So it's not just a language, right? There's yeah, this is actually really good. What is localization? One thing is translation, it's just a language. The other thing is localization, right? There's just a lot of other things that are happening there. There's cultural norms, there's so many things. I've had the chance to live in a lot of different countries, so I definitely learned it. Okay, we're almost there. Actually, we're probably gonna finish in half hour, like a professor. Uber in Thailand allowed cash payments and use of motorbikes instead of taxis. And you probably know those tuk-tuk. I'm gonna Google Uber Thailand to find an image. So really kind of. Oh, this is cool. The taxis are funny, but I'm wondering if there's a little tuk-tuk or some tuk-tuk. Ah, this is Grab. It's probably their competitor. Um, Let me see if I can find like. Well, yeah, they have the bikes though, right? You see the bikes, and that's something that you wouldn't really see in anywhere else. So that's enough. Yeah, and the cash payment, right? Allowing people to pay by cash. Okay, so that's like an example of localization or just translation. Um, this is a law. This is very useful to know. The law of shitty click-throughs. Every marketing channel degrades over time. So even if you love Google Ads and you start to spend kind of good money over there, at some point you're going to spend more and more money. You're going to get always less. This is actually a graph from Andrew. Can't really see it. Not a good image. I'm finding good. But yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like makes sense, right? So, the effectiveness goes down. I mean, this is across the years, which is something I'm interested in seeing more carefully. So, of course, if we look at my space, went up and then boom, down. Messaging went up a lot, bots went up a lot. LinkedIn actually seems like it's been growing. AdWords, I think it grew a lot, still really high. Facebook, it's still high. Online ads went down. Content marketing, maybe that was content marketing. Yeah. Email marketing went down, it's still high. But yeah, although this one is says something different, but in a specific company, especially using specific keywords, it's gonna degrade over time much faster. Yeah, this is a good low-hanging fruit. See emails of users who are signing up and who are active, and check email domains to figure out which companies to sell into. This is so important. I'm not really gonna make it smaller. So I would say like, you know, customers, like really find out who are your customers, zero in on that. Actually have a kind of a Google sheet, like a kind of a spreadsheet of our customers. We're looking at it, really trying to figure out like who are they, what are they doing, and not just that, like when there is somebody with a good domain of a good company, we're going out to talk to them, right? Just to see if we can do more for them, and what are their needs. It's not just selling more licenses, but it's also like selling a better experience. And of course, you ask users about company name and team size. Somewhere in the UI, a lot of companies do it upfront. I honestly feel that's like a little bit too much. But yeah, that's it actually. So 37 minutes. Definitely gonna, I definitely recommend the book. Really good. Like here, I'm gonna show you right now where it is and show you that that I really read it. I purchased on December 7th. And yeah, that's not bad. It took me a couple of weeks to read it. Usually it takes me longer, but yeah. So I'm gonna recommend you got the audiobook as well. Wow, the audio CD. Didn't know those were still around. Yeah, it's definitely really good to read on Kindle. Andrew, you need to get a picture. Congrats on the book. Um, Definitely do yourself a favor and read. It's like the best thing ever. It's really made me feel good. And I'll try to share this. Maybe I'll create this. Wait, where is my? Oh yeah, I'll share this document right away. Actually, of course, with a shared view, you're gonna be able to look at it right away. But if you want to download it, I'm gonna ask for your email, and I'm even gonna ask for your email to be verified. Um, I probably want to do something else. I'm just opening up the account that I use more for shared view. So I just saved it as a PDF, logging into shared view, and I should probably show you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you in a second how it works. Actually, it's not letting me show a different tab from another window, so I'm just gonna log in with this. Okay, so here's how shared view works. So I logged in with my Google, and now that I have a PDF of this book review I just created, I just drag and drop it here. And yeah, I can maybe show you also how the landing page works. Sorry. You don't need to add these details, but if you add them, actually, this make me think that maybe we can let people do it later, just to avoid setting up more steps. And this is where we really excel. So let's say I'm gonna create the link for my live stream. Okay, I'm gonna allow kind of download, but I'm gonna ask you for an email when you download. I want your email to be verified. I want to know you with my watermark, and that's it. Basically, now I now have this link, which I'm gonna share with you. Let me double check on the settings because I did it quite fast. So yeah, email record download. Perfect. And yeah, that's the link to this. Mm-hmm. And I can also show you that this is how you edit all the information. This basically can create a page. Let me show you how like the landing page looks if you do it. Let's say I create a new link for a landing page. So if you want to ask for an email right away, then it's going to create a landing page. You can still allow people to download it. You can still get your email verified. And basically, I have to show it in incognito mode. There you go. So this would be basically how it would look. You can edit all this information, and what's cool is that with Google one tap sign in this case. So if you are logged in with Google, you will one click, boom, and kind of like be there. And yeah, that's it. Um, that's it about Sherlock View. Okay, so I closed. I'm back here. 43 minutes. That's the max I usually want to spend on in front of a screen or on a call. I know there's been zero engagement, but I haven't gone live in the longest time, and it's Christmas. But I still wanted to get it out to you. Hopefully, you can watch anytime. Hopefully, it's interesting content. Hopefully, Andrew doesn't mind. I don't think so. It's just some free promotion. I'm not a... And yeah, I gave you 5 star, Andrew. Can't complain. Free promotion. Great job. And yeah, I almost have a feeling like what I love to do is like I use a lot this kind of cards, right? So I just like write stuff here and I look at it, and I would really like to build a deck of cards about like growth ideas and just like go through them and just check them out. Okay, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Let me know if I should read what book I should read next. Actually, kind of want to think about that next. Let's see if Amazon can give me a good suggestion. Actually, this is going to be interesting. Live, what is my next book going to be? So, of course, Amazon tells me a master scale. I might. I read this, it's great, by Ben Horowitz. I've been liking all read off on books, especially because they were written. Yeah, I'm finishing this. Maybe I should finish this. And then I should go for this. Yeah, I'm really, really focused on growth right now. I love it so much. I read 0 to 1. It's cool, but it's also kind of, I don't know. No rules. Netflix. Yeah, I also want to read that. Actually, I'm gonna open them up in new windows. I want to read this as well by Naval. Why not this as well? I read Blitzscaling. Blitzscaling. It's written by Chris. Yeah, is a guy I actually know. I think he's amazing. Should definitely read that. Hooked. I read it long time ago. It's really good. I would like to read again almost. I read this and I interviewed Wes Bush. He's amazing. Um, Kindle and Amazon, they're really pushing this new book. It's good. I actually think I had this and I haven't read it. I should. This one as well. Thinking one of the best things I can do for my own brain and happiness is to just read more, and more. It makes me feel so happy. This is one of my favorite books ever. It's so good. Ben is just such a baller. Um, How to Lead in Product Management. This is actually really good as well. I haven't read it, but I want to read it. The Metaverse, I'm not going to read. We're almost out of it. I think jobs to be done. I heard about this. It's like kind of way to a roadmap for customer centered innovations. Yeah. Uh, uh-huh. Okay, I have enough books. Basically, this was enough. I love this. Well, let's first grow our company and exit an IPO, and then we'll build a venture capital fund. But still, definitely something I'd like to do at some point. I wonder. Well, I guess Andrew is a VC. That's probably why they're putting the VC stuff in here. This one is a book I want to read. That's it. That's good. It's enough books. Okay. Once again, happy holidays. Thanks for watching for the few people who did. And take care. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao. How do I stop this? So bad. End stream. There you